debate. I'm glad to see you here. Thank you so much for being part of this debate. So, I'm gonna tell you the instructions and some rules about the debate, and I'm gonna be answering your questions before we start. So, let me show you my screen. Okay, so this is the debate for your task 4 it has the theme social media does more harm than good to personal communication skills. The themes for this class are in the pro side are gonna be Alejandra, Angie Carolina, and Karen Dayana. And in the contra side are gonna be Indira, Angie Nicole, and Laura Juliana. So Indira is not gonna connect right now, so sorry. I think so because she just texted me. So for the countryside, it's gonna be Angie and Laura Juliana for now. Now, the debate rules. Remember, you need to talk English all the time. You cannot use Spanish in any moment. If you don't know a word, trying to look at for it in the dictionary, in the translator, in the AI, how's they wait for you to say it, but please don't use Spanish. Um, this is the second rule is respect all participants, no interruptions, and no offensive language. The third one, all of you need to wait until you talk and wait for your turn. The fourth one is use clear and organized ideas. The other rule is support your opinions with arguments or evidence. And this one, that is the most important one, is you need to have your camera on during all the time. If you don't have your camera on, your participation is not gonna be valid. So sorry. Oh my god. Okay. Now, this debate is gonna have 3 sessions. The first part is gonna be the opening sessions. That is when you're gonna introduce yourselves and your position. The second part is gonna be the presentation of your arguments, your evidences, and there here right now is when it comes the rebuttal. The rebuttals. What is the rebuttals? You start asking questions to the other side, defending your positions, going against their arguments. So this is where it's gonna happen, the important parts. And then after we do all the big arguments, all the main arguments, the principal ones, the evidence, we defend our position and everything, we go to our closing session. That is going to be the summary of your conclusions that you obtain from the debate, and you're going to tell me, okay, this is my position and these are my final arguments because that supports my position. So these are my instructions for you. Any doubt about it? Any question or something? No, everything is clear. Okay, perfect. So, 1 second. Sorry. So, we're gonna start the debate. Laura, Angie, I invite you to turn on your cameras, please. Angie, Nicole. So I can have you in count for the qualification. So, also, I was almost forgetting this part. I'm gonna tell you how it's gonna be your grades for this activity. So, in this task 4, in this class, in this session, in this debate, your scoring is gonna be about 4 criteria points. And each criteria has some maximum points. So, the first criteria is general participation in your develop in the debating. Okay, so this criteria has 14 points. You can obtain from 0 points to 14 points. The second criteria is pronunciation and intonation. This one has 16 points. The next one is fluency and delivery. That also is 16 points. And the last one is grammar and vocabulary. That is 16 points. So from this session, you're going to obtain from 0 to 62 points. Okay? For your task 2. Task 4. Sorry. Any question? No? Everything clear? Perfect. So, I don't know if you hear that sound that is at my background sound. I don't know, there were no sounds before and now that's weird. I think it's that my neighbors. I don't know. So sorry. They're building or doing some fixes in their home because that was empty and now like they're organizing everything. So okay. So we're gonna start right now. So someone was like doing the personal presentation. Oh, I'm sorry. I forget to give my presentation. The I'm so accustomed to be already here and everything. So, hello everyone. My name is Angela Lorena Quiroga Ramirez. It's a pleasure to have you here. For some of you, I already was work with you and I already know you, like Alejandra and Karen. I already have been working with you. We already know each other in all this process. And it's nice to meet you, Angie Nicole, Angie Carolina, and Laura Juliana. I hope you have a great time with this debate. As you can see, I'm a little crazy. Sometimes my mind is like, ooh, my ideas go away. But I hope you have a great time in this debate, that you can enjoy it, that you can defend your positions, that you have been prepared yourself a lot. And I want to hear you discussing, talking a lot. It's better if I don't have to talk a lot, that means that you have been doing a really great job. If I have to talk a lot, that means that you need to prepare more yourself. That's a little hint of what's gonna happen right here. So, yeah, so we're gonna start right now. So, welcome to our debate that the topic is social media does more harm than good to personal communication skills. Someone would like to start presenting, introducing yourself, and telling me your position, please? Someone would like to start? Or should I pick it? Okay, go ahead, Alejandra.
Okay. Hello, my name is Alejandra, and I'm in favor of the
Alejandra, I don't know what happened to your microphone, but the sound goes off. Like I was hearing you, but at some point I stopped hearing you at all. No, I'm not able to hear you. It sounds like something like that, and then your sound goes off. I was waiting if it was mine or no. No, it's not working. If you want, trying to get off and come back again. Okay, so meanwhile, someone else wants to present yourself and tell me your position?
Okay, hello.
Yes,
Yes.
now I can hear you.
Okay, okay. Hello, my name is Alejandra, and I'm a favor, or yes, a favor of the fact that social media does more harm than good to personal communication skills.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Alejandra. Now, who wants to continue?
Hello, everyone. My name is Carolina Torres, and I also agree with the motion that social media does more harm than good for social communication skills.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Angie. Who would like to continue?
Can you hear me? I'm so sorry for my voice.
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello everyone, my name is Angie, and today I will be defending the position that social media does not do more harm than good to communicator skills.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Angie. Now let's continue with Karen.
Hello, my name is Karen Matabanchoy. I think that social media does more harm than good to personal communication skill.
Okay, thank you, Karen. And now let's go with Laura.
Hi everyone. I'm happy to be here. I hope this is good time. And I disagree with the assertion that social media does more harm than good at personal communication skills.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So, how we feel? We feel nervous to start giving our arguments, or we feel really prepared? Nervous?
So nervous.
So nervous! Oh my god, why? Nothing to be nervous about. Just, it's like talking. You just need to be here, just hearing you. Nothing else. Don't think in the grading, don't think in the teacher. Just be you. And everything is gonna be perfect. So now we're gonna start with the arguments. I like to do it this way. I'm gonna hear one pro, one sorry. There's just yeah, one pro, one contra, one pro, one contra, and one pro to like have it like this. Remember, take notes about what the others are saying so you can do the rebuttals. You can tell, not always needs to be questions. You can also say, hey, for example, Alejandra, this argument that you told me, I don't agree because of this and this and this and this and this. Not always needs to be questions. Also, you can argument why you don't think that is true or defend your position against the other position. So, we're gonna start with Alejandra presenting your arguments.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. My position is clear. Social media does more harm than good to personal communication skills. Will it offer unable convincing the evidence convincingly shows that heavy social media use eros empathy, displays face-to-face interaction, reduce tolerance for conversationalism deep, and weakens the very human capacities that make communication meaningful. Today, I will defend this position with three core arguments, address the oppositions, likely counter arguments, and call this panel to recognize what the research already confirms. Okay? My first argument, social media displays face-to-face interactions. The most fundamental communication skills, active listening, reading, nonverbal cues, management emotional tone, sustaining a deep exchange aren't developed through a screen, and they are built through physical presence. And Stewart Lewis and Wiener 2023, publishing in scientific reports demonstrative through experience sampling methodology that face-to-face communication is significantly more strongly, associated with positive mental health outcomes than digital communications. Crucially, their findings suggest that the two aren't equivalent substitutes real-world interaction careers. Quality deep that digital channels simply don't replicate.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Alejandra. You have more arguments that you wanna tell us, or you have evidence that you wanna show, or that's it?
Me?
Yes.
Okay, the authors is Stewart, Lewitt, and Willinger, 2023 authors.
Okay, that's it. That's all for now, right? Yeah, perfect. Thank you. I'm just making sure that maybe I don't let you talk completely. It's like, oh, I have more. So I'm just making sure that everything is ready. Okay, now we're gonna continue with Angie Nicole. So Angie Nicole, please give me your main arguments and defend your position here.
Okay, so um, I'm so sorry. My position is the social media does not do more harm than good to communicator skills. So is in fact, so social media has expanded the way people connect and interactive. So today, a million of people use these platforms to communicate and share ideas and stay connected with others and around the world. So one, my first argument is the sorry, long distance communicator. So the social media uh, facilitate long distance and communicator. So today people uh, can easily stay in contact with friends or with family, and even if they live far away. And the I'm so sorry, and that many social media users communicate with friends through messages and text on online platforms. Yes, and daily and daily basic, or which helps then maintain relationships. Yes, just despite the distance. So the next is the um, global communicator. See, the global communicator media allows the global communicator, these platforms, connect people for different countries or different cities and different cultures. And in one author is according to a global supervised by Pet Research Centers. Uh, say, I'm sorry for I give me a moment. The text messages and social media networking um, are widely, I don't know how the correct pronunciation, used around the world, and with about 65% of mobile phones users send text messages, and in many countries. So this shows that digital communicator has become a common way for two people interacting in the global world. So, and the next argument is the different the social media is different for a communicator. So the social media offers different ways to communicate. People can set messages, voice notes, and embed pictures, videos, and make video calls. These different tools make communication more dynamic and allow people to express ideas or emotions in different way. And finally, I'm so sorry. And finally, is the shy people can express themselves. And this is an important point because the social media can help shy or the introvert people express themselves, and many people feel more comfortable sharing their opinions and ideas the online force and speaking uh, in for others. And because of this, the social media can create opportunities for people and who usually stay silent. Yes, or in the face-to-face, the situation to participate in conversation, right? Thank you.
Okay, perfect, Angie. I know that you're sick, and I know that is a lot of effort for you to be talking right now. So, no, you did an amazing job. Thank you for presenting your arguments. Do you want to show some evidences in case that all of you, I'm sorry, I'm gonna give here, I'm gonna do a parenthesis. In case that some of you want to share your screen and show some videos, some short article, some evidence that you want to show to all of us, you can do it. You have all the permissions to share your screen, okay? So I just want to do that parenthesis for everyone. That's it for now. Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much. And yeah, like I said, I just making sure. Then later says, "Oh my God, I don't want to cut the word of anyone like talking." Okay, so now we're gonna continue with Angie Carolina. So I wanna hear your main arguments and everything.
Okay, and can you hear me well?
Yes.
Okay, so I have 4 arguments to show my position of agreement with the motion that social media does more harm than good to personal communication skills. So I want to start this speech, let's say speech, with the statement that social skills are needed. Okay, so my first argument would be that social media replaces face-to-face interactions. That would be one. Superficial connections. It creates shallow relationships. I want to support this argument with a personal experience that I have had, and I am sure that all of you guys know what I am talking about because we are in a we all study in a virtual with a virtual methodology. So I think that you can all relate. So a couple of years ago, when I first started this educational program, I remember that I met a girl who used to study in the same school I did, and she graduated first than me, and we met in this university. So I remember that we used to chat a lot. We used to share lots of experiences together through chat and voice calls and stuff. And I remember that she used to tell me very personal stuff, and so did I. And yeah, if you see those conversations, you will be like, no, they are great friends, you know. And one day we met in the park here where I live, and we didn't talk. We didn't talk as we did through chat. You know, it was very awkward when we met. It was like we barely smile at each other. You know, it was a very uncomfortable situation that later I used to be like, why did you do that? Like you are talking a lot with her through a chat. So yeah, so that's why I think that it creates shallow relationships, like not truly relationships, but let's say like I don't want to say false, but some sort of shallow. I don't know what other word to use to say shallow. Okay, that would be the first argument. And my second argument would be that social media removes vital nonverbal cues like tone and body language, which leads to misinterpretation. Um, I want to also use personal experience. Also, we all have gone through that. For example, when you send a message in WhatsApp and people left you unread, or they just see the message but they didn't answer. If something happened to me, I absolutely feel immediately, I feel that I was ignored, you know, ignore.com. I feel very bad. I say, why do you not answer me? And maybe that is just only in my head. Maybe the other person is busy. Maybe that person run out of battery and the cell phone turned off. You know, it's a misconception or misinterpretation that we can give to this kind of stuff. And also, for example, when you use capital letters to write a message, if somebody texts me in capital letters, immediately I am going to think that someone is yelling at me. I don't know what do you think about it, but I consider it that way. That would be the second argument. The third argument will be that it creates anxiety, dependency, and insecurity. I say anxiety and dependency because it creates the false idea or the pressure of constant availability. I know about a friend of mine who, when we were in high school, she used to post a lot of pictures of herself in social media in Facebook, and she used to receive lots of likes, lots of comments. I mean, because she's pretty, she physically is very pretty. And later, she left the school where we were, and she went to another school. And uh, a couple of years ago, a few years in fact, I find out that by then, she was struggling with, sorry, my mom is recording me. And she was struggling with, she didn't love herself, and she used to seek that availability, that acceptance through social media. So, I mean, that is wild. And it also creates self-image issues. The University of California mentions that these social comparisons that you do to yourself watching other people's lives create feelings of dissatisfaction with yourself physically, internally, cognitively, and it is also known as FOMO, FOMO, which is fear of missing out. I want to show you a picture. Why am I saying this? Allow me to, because when I was little, I remember that when I was little, I used to watch pictures about girls who are very related with the makeup industry and with the beauty industry, and their makeup look flawless, looks spectacular, clean, smooth. And years later, I realized that all of that, all of those pictures are just filters, are mainly filters that modificate your face in order to make it look like flawless and smooth, but their reality is other. And this is concerning for young people, for young girls who create like a sort of self-image that is not real, but their perspective they have in their mind is another. So it's quite concerning. And wait, allow me to show you here. And can you see my screen? Or can you hear
Now,
me?
yes, was loading. Yes.
Oh, okay. So as you can see here, this is Kim Kardashian. I don't know if you know her. Look at her makeup here. She looks perfect. When I was little, I used to desire to look that way when I apply my makeup. I used to desire to look like that. But unfortunately, the reality is another. Let me show you here. Oops. Can you see it now? Or is it still?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay. So as you can see, this is very different. Look, this is the natural skin that we all have. This is truly how makeup look. Look, compare this with this, with this, with this, with this. As you can see, I mean, when I realize about all of this, I mean, you feel disappointed because the false idea that social media creates on your mind and all the marketing stuff is quite damaging for ourselves and for little girls. So that would be my third potential argument. And my fourth argument would be the cyberbullying. And usually the partner used to say that maybe shy people can feel can express themselves more freely But at the same time, I think that this also creates a sort of lack of empathy, because maybe we can watch videos on social media about certain situations that people go through. And the first thing that we do is critique and judge what that person did or did not do, sorry. And we don't think a moment to think about the background, the context, what happened, what triggered that situation. So yeah, and I think that we all have judged or critiqued certain person, and that person doesn't look good or whatever. That's cyberbullying, even if we just think about it. And well, I'm going to add a little fifth argument, that would be the insecurity. Not only the insecurity about yourself, about what you feel, but also the insecurity of knowing people. You know, the partner Angie Nicole used to say that social media facilitates contact and interaction with another people from other side of the world, but at the same time, I mean that I consider that this has to be managed in a very specific way, and specifically children's, with the supervision of an adult, of their parents, because this can also lead to misinterpretations. Maybe they can meet people that are not that good, that in news, and is you can watch it on social media, on the news everywhere, that sometimes little girls meet certain people, um, who tell them that they are going to make them famous, and their reality is other. And I'm just gonna mention that. I don't want to go with a deeper word, but yeah. And all of these kind of things can lead to one single thing, which would be suicide, you know, because we have a false image in our brain of what life should be. And sometimes that sort of life doesn't exist. So yeah, I think that we all should be very um, attentive and careful when we try to use social media, because for me, I agree that social media does more harm than good. It is something indispensable for our life, and now in this age, in this century, is very essential, but at the same time it can be bad. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Angie. How you said thank you, I take it like that was it. Yeah, so let's move on and let's continue with Laura. Laura Nicole. I have your Laura Nicole. You're Laura Juliana? Juliana. I don't know why I wrote Nicole. I'm crazy. I'm so like I
Yeah,
said,
Laura Juliana.
like I said, I'm a little crazy. So I wrote you right here as Laura Nicole. I'm just gonna make sure that you don't appear here. No, was me. So sorry. So Laura, go ahead, please, with your main argument.
Okay. Well, as I have already said, disagree. And in social media has transformed that way that communicate, offering more opportunities than ever before to interact with others. First, it allows us to stay in touch with friends and family, even with they are far away, strengthening relationships. Furthermore, I think it facilitates quick and immediately communication through message, calls, and video calls. Mm, wait, yeah. On the other hand, social media helps many people, especially those who are more reserved, to express their ideas and their feelings with greater confidence. It also allows us to interact with people from different cultures, which improve both social skills and language learning. Also, I think is in- encourage the exchange of opinion of debate. And according to Manuel Castells, we live in networked society where technology such as social networks, yeah, expand our forms of communications and connections. I also think that it helps to raise our awarenesses of social issues. Firstly, important conversations that doesn't always happen in face to face, yeah, face to face communication. And the social media develops a digital communication skills which are now essential in the academic and professional work. And I also allow the people to organize their truth before expressing them, which can make communication clear and more truthful. And I have questions for
Okay,
everyone.
give me 1 second. We hear the Karin's argument, and then we go
Okay,
with the questions part. Okay.
it's okay, it's okay.
So,
Thank you.
no, thank you for your arguments. Now, Karim, go ahead with your main arguments, please.
Hello again. I agree with that social media does more harm than good to personal communication skill because this weakens empathy and it makes it difficult to have the conversation in real life. Although people have more access to digital communication that ever before, they report higher levels of loneliness because social media interaction is often superficial, failing to satisfy the human need for genuine emotional support. In support of this argument, I have a study published in American Journal of Preventive Medicine, which conclude that you adults with high levels of substance use as social media to feel more socially insulated than their peers with lower levels of substance use. Mm, as evidence, I have the article. Um, One moment, please.
Don't worry, take your time.
Mm, this is the article. With the results and conclusion, you adult with high SMU seem to feel more social insulated than their counterparts with lower. Future research should focus on determining directionally and eliciting reason for the association. Um, yes, this is my argument. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. Okay, so now, um, someone before we continue to the questions. Sorry. Before we continue to the questions part, someone wants to rebuttal some argument that someone says. Yes, Angie Carolina, and then I go with Alejandra.
Okay, so the partner Angie and the partner Laura mentioned that social media can help people, can help, yeah, shy people to express better, to express their feelings and emotions and whatever. But I also think that it is precisely because of social media that people can be shy, because we are, let's say that social media is like a sort of curtain that cover us from real world, from real situations. And that's what triggers this sort of shyness in people. And I think that the exposure to the society and the fact that you interact with people is going to make that you lose that shyness, and I have experienced it in my practices. I consider myself a very shy person, but as you can see in this in the educational field as teachers, we have to interact with parents, with kids, with people, etc., etc. So we have to leave the shyness aside, and go for it. So I think that uh, social media can hide people, can hide the shy people that is shy, but this is also dangerous because it means that you are always going to be like in a bubble, and you are not going to go out to the real world and to express yourself like really freely. Like, what would be, for example, if I all the time in social media I am texting, I am judging, I am critiquing, I am posting things, but in real life I am going to continue being shy, and social media is not always going to be there for me to hide. So, yeah.
Okay, thank you, Angie. Now, Alejandra.
Okay, one question. You claim social media connects people, but can you cite a single peer-reviewed study showing that digital interaction develops non-verbal communication skills at the same level as face-to-face interaction?
Okay, that's a question for Angie Nicole and Laura Juliana, right? So, can you repeat the question one more time so they can be able to answer it?
Okay. Can you cite a single peer-reviewed study showing that digital interaction develops non-verbal communication skills at the same level as face-to-face interaction?
Okay. So, Angie, Laura, who would like to answer that? Okay, I don't know what happened to Angie and Laura. I don't see them there. Angie, Laura, are you there?
Teacher, can you repeat the question because my internet, yeah, no listen the question.
Okay, I think it's Angie who's talking. So, Alejandra, can you repeat the question one more time for Angie?
Okay, no problem. And Angie, can you cite a single peer-reviewed study showing that digital interaction develops non-verbal communication skills at the same level as face-to-face interaction?
You were able to hear it now, Angie?
Okay, so I'm so sorry. Okay, so a moment. Okay, right. So I think the several the peer review the students show that the digital um, the digital interaction, yes, the Cosmin Alejandra can development that non-verbal communicator, but it's a level similar. You the face to face. Made it, okay. The point is the This means that communicator through the through the opportunity, um, the people, um, and so moment, please. I don't know how do you say this word.
It's okay.
Oh my god. Oh, my internet. So, right. Este, um, I was also that the important to observe that I'm son of son of the son of the yes mixed status, but oh my god, I don't know. Internet. Se fue el internet otra vez, creo. Ah, espera. No,
I'm still
internet.
hearing you. I'm still hearing you.
Ay, es que me parece que no había internet, I'm so sorry.
It's okay, I understand completely that sometimes the internet make us a little bad place.
Okay, is all this okay? Okay. Can you 5 minutes, please?
Yeah, don't worry, take 5 minutes. It's okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so Laura, maybe you would like to answer that?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Well, I would like to clarify my reasons what I mentioned that. The first is that they reduce the pressures of face-to-face interactions by not being in front of the another people. Anxiety and the fear of making mistakes decreases. This is something the shy people might agree with. With other different forms of expressions, not only text, but also audio, emojis, image, or videos, which makes it easier to communicate emotions and ideas. They allows you to think before responding. The persons can better organize their groups and express themselves more clarified. Also, it's not entirely accurate to say they are on the same level, but neither is accurate to say one is better than others. Yeah. Better they are different forms to communicate that complement each other. I think the social I'm sorry. I think the social media allows communications anytime, anywhere, even over long distance, and the verbal communications tends to be deeper and more direct, but it's limited by the space and the time. Um, Also, I think that on social media, you can organize your truths before expressing them, which improves um, clarity. I'm sorry, clarity. In verbal communications, the response is immediate, and mistakes can occur due to the pressure. Um, and finally, the social media straight both digital and writing communication, which is very important today, I think. And the verbal communication develops skills such as an oral expressions and direct interactions.
Okay, perfect, Laura. And I think that you told me that you have some questions too, so would you like to make the questions to them?
Yes. Um, well, it's to anyone. Would you anyone like to answer first?
Sorry? Just the
Anyone?
connection.
Oh, I'm sorry. Would anyone like to answer? Will anyone of
Make the
my?
question and then they can decide who would like to answer it.
Okay, okay. Wait. Well, do you think the problem isn't social media itself, but how each person uses it?
Could you do the
Can,
question again, please?
Can you hear me well?
yes, I can hear you good.
Okay. Um, do you think the problem isn't social media itself, but who each person uses it?
Who would like to answer that?
I think that, okay, go on, go on. Okay, I think that people use social media to harm, you know, in different, that word harm in lots of contexts, socially, personally, in a cognitive way. I think that, yeah, that's people use social media to harm other people. I don't know if the partner Alejandra wants to support this idea.
Okay. Social media promotes challenge. Okay. Effective communication requires patents, the ability to sit with complicit, to tolerance, ambiguity, to develop an argument across more than 200 characters. Okay, social media is architecture designed to do the oppositions. For example, in the American Psychological Association 2023, in its landmark advisory on adolescents social media use, raised significant concern about the impact of platforms on attention, emotional regulation, and social comparison. Okay, all of which directly impact the quality of interpersonal communication. And the Mayo Clinic addressing teens and social media use has similarly found that heavy use is associated with reduced quality of in-person relationship, increased anxiety in social situation, and a growing discomfort with the natural flow of an unscripted conversation. Excuse me.
Okay, go ahead, Angie.
Okay, based on what partner Alejandra said, I think that we as human beings, we are people who doesn't born with the knowledge already in our head. It's a process that it goes developing throughout our years, and with the interactions that we do eventually. And I think that that's what human beings have to do. That's like an order that we must follow in our lives to be social people. And I think that social media uh, forbid you, or I don't know how to say that word, what word to use, like disguises or makes you invisible, or doesn't allow you to follow that process of development with the social skills, because social media, like I said earlier, it works as a curtain that keeps you away from the real world. Okay, so I think that's basically my idea. And
Okay, perfect.
yeah.
Okay, perfect. So now we're gonna do a little activity that is gonna be I'm gonna send you to breakout rooms with your team. Okay, so while you're gonna be in that breakout rooms, you're gonna answer together 3 questions. I'm gonna give you 10 minutes to answer it, and then we're gonna come back here to the principal room and you're gonna tell me your answers to that questions. Is clear or any doubt about it?
For me, it's
Clear?
clear.
Okay. So I'm gonna send you to the breakout rooms and give me a couple of minutes. I'm gonna go to each breakout room and I give you the questions there, okay? So I'll see you in your breakout rooms. Hello, Angie. Are you there?
Hello, teacher. Yes, my internet. One more time.
It's okay. I don't know if you're able to go to your breakout room that I sent you.
um, the my classmate is the Laura Juliana, no?
Yeah.
But okay.
Welcome back. Welcome back. How you feel in that breakup rooms? How you feel sharing with your classmates there? How was everything? Good? Yeah? Okay. So now we're gonna start sharing our answers to that questions. So I'm gonna start with the pro side. The first question that I sent you was how does social media reduce people's ability to have deep conversations? So who's gonna answer that one? That's the pro side first question. Yeah. Yeah, it's Angie, Carolina, Alejandra, and Karen. Who's gonna answer the first question? How does social media reduce people's ability to have deep conversations?
Partner Karen is going to answer that question.
Okay.
Mm,
It's okay,
sorry,
it's okay.
sorry. Social media encourage a quick response like likes or emojis, which reduce the need to argue, to explain, or delve deeper into ideas. And we need the ability to express ourselves clearly, so it can be said that is more superficial form of communication. Support for this argument, we have the scientific article Social Media Addiction and its Impact of Communication Skill for a Student of a Private University. Be Miriam Susan. She said that after thorough analyzing all the findings and conclusion obtained from the meticulous research conducted, it can be unequivocally confirmed that addition to social media has a profoundly negative impact of students' communication skills. Specifically, this problem considerably affects both verbal and non-verbal communication, as well as the ability to empathize and social relate. And give me a moment. Mm, I'm so sorry. Sorry, this this in English, but
So if the original article is in Spanish, there's no problem. You don't
no,
need to translate it.
it's in English. So, bueno,
Okay.
okay, this article. To talk about the addition already of social media. Mm, with the conclusion, ability communication. In this article, Miriam said that the ability of communication is reduced because the people because the people Sorry. Mm,
It's okay.
the people in concentration in another fast uh, answer with likes with emojis. So the one moment, please. The Meteor research confirmed that addition social media has a profoundly impact of students' communication skill, specifically this problem, consequence and affect verbal and non-verbal communication.
Okay, thank you, Karen. Now I'm gonna continue with the first question of the contra side. So was, isn't social media helping people stay connected globally? Why it is important? Is that important? Sorry. Go ahead, Angie.
Okay, so I think, yes, I would like to retort my initial arguments. And I say, and I will say, so sorry. One of my first arguments say was that the social media helps others stay connected globally. So yes, today we can connect with people from different countries and uh, almost instantly. I don't know how to pronounce this word, which allow you
Which word? Sorry, which word?
uh, inst how do you say in Spanish this word? Oh, it's instantly. I don't know. I'm so sorry.
Instantly? Like in este
Yes,
instante?
yes,
Instantly.
yes. Instantly. Yes, I'm so sorry. Okay, so which allow you to exchange. Okay, I'm so sorry. Just ideas, learn about different, yes, culture, and understand different um, perspectives, and the global communicator can create opportunities for collaborator in areas like uh, educator, maybe work, and this is the important point is the learning foreign languages. For example, uh, many people, yes, use social media to interacting with people for different countries, but this is the practice foreign languages, and I also do is this as a foreign languages student, and one article there is supporting this idea. So one moment. A study called is exploring the role of social media in bridging gaps and facilitating and global communicator. I can share my screen. For,
Of
I
course,
can.
yeah, you can share your screen.
Okay. Give me a moment. Oh my god. Ay, no encuentro el artículo. Ah, ya, listo. Oh, mm, I can share my screen. Oh my god.
It is not letting you? do it?
No, give me a moment, please.
No worries, take your time.
Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes. So this is the article, and the article mentioned the the dynamic, and when we use um, social media for to communicate and with people and yes, for the speak and then I'm so sorry for this. The facility, I don't know, I can, yeah, facilitate cross-cultural dialogue, dialogue, yeah, is the correct pronunciation?
Dialogue.
Dialogue,
Dialogue. Sorry.
dialogue.
My mind. Dialogue.
Oh. Thank you. This is the article, and yes, I can just share my screen. Yes, it's for everything.
Okay. Thank you, Angie, for your answer. I'm so sorry to hear your voice like that. I completely understand it. So I hope you get better of your voice because I know that that's painful. So now we're gonna continue to the second question for the pro side. That was, how does social media affect empathy and emotional understanding? Alejandra?
Okay, excuse me. Mm, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, empathy isn't a soft skill. It's the cognitive and emotional foundation of all meaningful communication. The capacity to understand another person's perspective, to listen, not just to respond, but to genuinely comprehend. McDonald and et al. 2026. This in a systematic review and meta-analysis published in the Journal of Adolescence, examined the relationship between social media use and empathy in adolescent populations. Their findings point to a negative association between high social media use and empathic capacity, a result that carries serious implications, given that adolescence is the developmental window during which empathy and social cognitions are most actively begin formed. This isn't a mirror correlation. If the period in which young people are neurologically primate to develop empathy is begin saturated by an environment that requires performative communication, likes, retweets, create selfies, rather than genuine listening and emotional attunement. The consequence extend far beyond the teenager years. Academic studies innocent in Cielo, Cielo, excuse me, on social media addiction and communication skills have similarly document that excessive platform use is likely to reduce communication competence and create impersonal conflict, particularly among a university age population.
Okay, thank you, Alejandra. Now I'm gonna go with the second question of the countryside. That is, can social media help shy people express themselves better? How? So who's gonna answer that one? I don't know if Laura or Annie's gonna repeat.
Yes, teacher. Wait. Well, my answer is a little short. So after reading this article, I think yes, because social media reduces the pressures of face-to-face interactions, making shy people feel more comfortable communicating. Um, I'm sorry. It also allows them to think before responding, better organize their groups, and express themselves more clearly. Um, they can also be interacting in a space where they feel safe, such as groups with similar interests, which help them gradually build confidence. And over time, that confidence can relate to real life communications.
Okay, thank you, Laura. Now
Okay.
I'm gonna go. Oh, you have more? Sorry.
No.
No? Sorry, I don't
It's
want to
all.
interrupt none of you. So that's the part that I don't like when I have to when I interrupt someone. I don't like it. So okay, I'm gonna continue with the third question for the pro side. That is, what evidence shows that communication skills are getting worse? So I think Angie's gonna go with that one. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, we have a lot of evidences from studies that have been done in, in certain organizations. For example, the Pew Research Center reports that teenagers now spend more time on social media than interaction, in a real life conversation or real life face to face, as you say. This means that people now have fewer opportunities to practice real conversations, to read facial expressions, which I think that's important to avoid misinterpretations, and also to manage awkward or spontaneous dialogues. The University of Michigan found a significant drop, about around the 40%, in the empathy among college students over recent decades. Um, the University of California in LA showed that children who spend 5 days without screens can significantly improve their ability to read emotions, to interpret nonverbal cues, to reduce the use of social media, which improves communication skills. And I had another one here. Okay, the company of Microsoft also did a study, a research that said that they reduce I forgot, the use of social media can weaken deep listening and sustain conversation skills in face-to-face interactions. Okay, now I am going to show you another research that was done. Could you please tell me if you watch my screen?
Yeah. No. Yes.
Okay, so there was a study that was done in the University of Utah, United States, that basically was starting to track the impact that social media can have in interpersonal communication skills. It showed that 61% believe that their ability to articulate in real-time conversation had declined, and a 54%, sorry, rely on emojis and short text responses in verbal interactions. The 64% reported shorter attention spans. The 59% felt conversations became superficial. I agree. And the 47% said that social media contributed to higher levels of social anxiety. 67% of respondents reported experiencing difficulty with face-to-face communication due to social media use. And The 78% age between the ages of 16 and 25 reported that social media negatively impacting in communication skills. And the 39% of those age 40 and older felt similarly affected. So as you can see, these were some statistics from some participants and that show the decline of communication skills. And okay, so this was done in the University of Utah in the United States, but I am sure that if we do a survey or interview with related here in Colombia, I do know that we can have maybe the same or even more percentage levels of this lack of abilities and the decrease of them. So yeah, and I also think that this infography here, this study also helped to support my arguments, the ones I gave in the beginning, related with the anxiety, the lack of verbal interactions, the difficulty with face-to-face communications, and also the conversations that became superficial. The one I told you about the experience about the woman we used to talk a lot and we don't anymore. So yeah.
Okay, thank you, Angie. And now I'm going with the last question for the contra side. That is, are new forms of communication, memes, emojis, etc., valid communication skills? So, who's gonna answer that one?
Uh,
Angie? Okay.
okay. Yes, this is a new force of the communicator. So like memes, emojis, and GIF are valid communicator skills because um, this tool helps people express emotion, humor, and ideas quickly and creative. And sorry, in many cases, an emoji or a meme can communicate feelings that may be difficult to express with words. Uh, alone, words alone, what they are different for traditional communicator. They are skill me for force of interaction and reflect how communicator is evolving in the modern digital environments. So, in fact, some students have shown that emojis can help people understand emotions and tone in digital message, which improve uh, communicator online, and this subject that these new for expression are not just entertainment but also important tools for communicator today, like this emojis and memes. This.
Okay, perfect. Sorry, my microphone that didn't want to open. I was like trying, I was like, what is happening here? So, okay, perfect. Thank you so much to all of you for answering your questions. Before we pass to the conclusions, because I need to have time to give you feedback, um, someone wants to say something else before the conclusions, or that's it? No? Okay. Yeah, Alejandra wants to say something?
Yes, my conclusion, yes.
Okay, no, I was saying if
Mm,
you want to say before the conclusions, but I think no one is gonna say nothing else. So yeah, let's move on to the conclusions. So yeah, Alejandra, start please. Go ahead.
okay, okay. Okay, face-to-face interaction builds empathy, mental health, and conversational competence in ways that digital communication doesn't. Adolescents who spend more time on social media shows declining empathy, platform reward fragmentation over that, and all of this is happening that the exact moment in human development, excuse me, when these capacities and most plastic and most vulnerable. We are not, excuse me, we are advocates for humans communication in its fullest form, present, embodying, empathic, and deep. Social media as a currently used words against that form. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Alejandra, for your conclusion. Who would like to go next with your conclusion? Okay, so let's hear Angie Carolina, your conclusion.
Okay, so besides the fact that I agree with what partner Alejandra said, I would also say that social media is important. You know, today is something very essential for us in education, in and also in another aspects of our life. But this doesn't mean that we all must base our interactions in social media. You know, we all should. Um, well, this is a weird expression in Spanish. I don't know if you have heard it. It says tomar el toro por los cachos. You know, go out in. I mean, you don't have to hide because you're shy. I mean, maybe at first it can be difficult, but we don't have to allow that our shyness um, prevent us, or yeah, prevents us from going to the real world. And also in the case of children, I think that I agree with what some governments around the world have done to reduce the use of social media for kids, because the first ones who are most in danger of using social media are kids. So I think that during certain ages, you know, when they are toddlers and stuff, they should not use social media because this will trigger even more that affection and that dependency towards social media, and this therefore can affect their communication. So yeah, but I'm not saying that social media can be erased or yeah from the world, because this is something very necessary. But yeah, with moderation, with certain moderation.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Angie. Now I'm gonna continue to hear Karen's conclusion.
Okay, teacher. As a conclusion, I can say that while social media facilitates immediate contact between people, it doesn't necessarily improve communication, as it often prioritizes speed over cle- clarity and depth. Interaction tends to be superficial, limited to short messages, images, emojis, or reactions, which reduce the ability to feel complex ideas or emotions.
Okay, thank you, Karen. Now I'm gonna hear um Angie Nicole conclusion.
Okay, so um, in general, in my opinion, the social media plays is a very important role in communicator today. So in our daily life, many of use social media to talk with friends, share experience, yes, or stay in contact with family or friends too. And for example, uh, we use the social media, we send messages, share photos or reactions with emojis, yes. This small interaction show how the social media help use communicate quickly and easily. And I think it's great opportunities to learn from others and discover new ideas and connect with people from different cultures. Uh, for this reason, I believe that social media is not just entertainment. So many people, I think, social media is entertainment and scroll. So, for example, when I use TikTok and use scroll, yes, it's como no es just entertainment. So, but a useful talk that help people and communicate, yes, and stay connected in everyday life. Yes, this is my conclusion.
Okay, thank you, Angie. And now I'm gonna hear Laura's conclusion.
Okay. In conclusion, my conclusion, I still believe that social media has transformed the way we communicate because it has removed many barriers such as distance and time, allowing people to stay connected no matter where they are. Furthermore, it has introduced new forms of expression such as instant messages, emojis, audios, video, as well I say, which make communications more dynamic and comprehensive. It has also opened up space of more people to participate. I'm so sorry, give me a minute. I'm so sorry. It has also opened up space for more people to participate, including those who previously feel insecure about speaking, giving them the opportunity to express their ideas and their opinions. Um, Thanks to this, the communication becomes more inclusive and diverse. And for these reasons, I believe that claiming social media does more harm than good in a great. On the contrary, it enriches communication by making it more accessible, varied, and adapt to the needs of today's world.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Laura. So, with these conclusions, we officially end our debate. So, now, before you leave and everything, I'm gonna do as fast as I can your feedback because it's already 6:50, so it's almost 7, so I'm gonna do my feedback as fast as I can. So I'm gonna do two feedbacks. One that is general feedback and the other one that is individual feedback for each of you. So I'm gonna start with the general feedback. Okay, so first I'm gonna let you know something about me that Karen and Alejandra I think they already know. I'm a really shy person, but I already get so nervous when I need to do feedback, so I'm so sorry. Okay, so no, as a general feedback, I can tell that this is a really great group. All of you prepare yourself really good. You have really good fluency, pronunciation, grammar. You search a lot of articles to support your ideas, both sides, the pro and the contra sides were really prepared, have really strong arguments, really good ideas. You were able to answer the questions, defend yourselves, so that's really, really good. So yeah, as a general feedback, excellent work for all of you. I can tell that you work really hard and you prepared yourself really, really good with anticipation. Now, as a individual feedback, I'm gonna do it like in the way that I have my list right here. That is in the way that you register yourself. So, first, I'm gonna start with Alejandra. Alejandra already was. I already know the process that you have been going through, all these tasks with you. We have been doing a lot of the classes, so I know the capacity. I know your fluency because that's something really important. You have an excellent fluency, an excellent pronunciation, and also an excellent preparation. I can tell that in some parts in the story you were like a little nervous, so your tongue was a little bit like making some troubles for you. But you did an excellent job. In the moment that you start warming up, in that moment you start doing a lot of more fluency, a lot of um, yeah, delivering your ideas really good. So that's excellent job. Thank you so much. I just have one word that I wrote it here that I keep hearing you saying it in the middle. You cut it the end part. You said adoles. Instead of adolescents, you said adoles. You stop always in the adoles. So just take an account. I know there is the nervous. That happens to me sometimes too. So it's okay. Perfect job. Thank you so much for being in the class. It was really great to see you again here. Now I'm gonna continue with Angie Carolina. Angie, it's the first time that we see each other. I think this goes for Angie Carolina, Angie Nicole, and Laura. It's the first time that I see you, but it's not a lot what I can obtain for one class. But you give me a lot of things to can tell you. So excellent job, Angie. Excellent pronunciation, excellent fluency. I can tell your preparation also excellent, excellent grammar. You use I like that you use strong vocabulary, like advanced vocabulary. You use really good words that normally the people don't use it. So I can tell you preparation because that says a lot. Like the word shallow, superficial, like is not normal words. You know. So that's a really good work. Also, you did a lot of example with your arguments. Even was personal that support your ideas, and you didn't like a lot that was like okay yeah that we get tired of that. No, was in a great proportion. You did it really good where you put the examples. You do it in a short way that helps you to support your ideas, your arguments. So it was excellent. You present evidences. You present excellent evidence like you were the one who presented the Utah one, the University of Utah. So I like that the percentages that you show it, how it was work. So that show me that you prepare yourself really good before you said something. You show a lot of a strong advance in English. So thank you so much for being in the class. That was I was so happy to hear you and to have students that have that level too. Now I'm gonna continue. I'm telling you, I get nervous. When I get nervous, I talk a lot and I do a lot of movements. So that's why you see me throwing the pen because I move a lot. So now I'm gonna continue with Karen. Karen, also I know you before. I know the advance that you have. I know you since the first class to this one. I can tell that you advanced really good. Your pronunciation today was really, really good. Excellent, excellent preparation. You have the fluency to talk. I would like to be hearing you a little bit more because I know that you have the capacity to participate a little bit more because I know your potential. But you did good. I'm not saying that you didn't bad. I just would like to hear you a little bit more because I know your preparation. I know I can tell your preparation and everything. So take the a little bit more the risk, but you did great. You did an amazing job. You answered the questions. You present your argument good. So excellent job and thank you so much for being with me today. I can see your advance in all of the items and your pronunciation and your fluency. You has doing a lot of advances, great advances. So thank you. Your evolution has been amazing. So thank you so much for being here. Now I'm gonna continue with Angie Nicole. Oh my god, sorry. So no, Angie, excellent pronunciation. Sorry, excellent pronunciation, excellent fluency. Um, I was suffering for you because I know what is having throat ache and it's something really difficult to talk when we are sick. It's not easy. I was getting sick my last classes and I had to do a lot of effort and I know what is passing through that but also having to do it. So I really appreciate your effort to do it, for keep talking even when you feel bad, when you have were coughing, that your voice sometimes was telling you don't keep talking but you need to have to do it. So thank you so much. My only correction for you is that you said sometimes, I know that when we are sick, we feel like shy or ashamed that the people hear us like that. But don't tell sorry. Don't tell sorry is your condition, and I really appreciate your effort. So don't be saying sorry all the time. That's my only correction for you. Feel confident of yourself, and we already know that you were sick, so just you presented. So feel confident, and that's normal. That's something normal. So don't worry about it. That's the only thing that I wanna tell you. But the rest, excellent, excellent preparation. You also show evidence. Yeah, and I really appreciate your effort. That's something that I want to highlight from you. And now I'm gonna go with Laura. Um, Also, I you have a really excellent pronunciation influence. Like I said, this group have a really good level of English, so all of you is gonna have almost the same part of my feedback. But yeah, Laura, you have excellent pronunciation, excellent fluency. You show evidence also for answering the questions. Um, so it's really good. I can tell also that you were a little bit nervous sometimes, that but that's completely normal. That happened to me too. That happened to everyone because the nerves are always there. But the important thing is how we manage it and how we go through that. And you did an amazing job. You didn't let your nerves stop you. So you did an amazing job. And also, thank you for being here in my class. To all of you, thank you for choosing me to be your teacher today. I really appreciate it. I really spent a great time with all of you. And yeah, that's it. That's all my feedback from you. I hope you enjoyed this debate, that you learn a lot, that you have a great time in speaking. And I wish you the best in your careers and everything. So thank you. I'm gonna stop the recording. And have a nice day.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, teacher. Bye bye.
Thank